What is a Bayware service graph? Let's drill into the application to network interface. You may have seen this diagram in our other videos. We've added more details here to explain how the programmable service graph can simplify and accelerate application deployment. Yesterday we had static networking, manual configuration by net admins. They were in control. They provided ports and IP addresses to the application and routes, LANs, access control lists into the networking and security domain. Today we have iterative networking. Yes, we have a lot of automation, but we also have a lot of contention over this interface layer. The application domain is pushing multiple solutions. Host ACLs, virtual ports and IP address management. Each cloud has its own virtual private cloud rules. And we have the networking and security domain pushing multiple solutions. Microsegmentation, multiple SDN controller APIs, and segment routing. This is at best iterative networking because NetOps and DevOps professionals have to write scripts to string together these multiple solutions. Tomorrow we need dynamic networking. This can be achieved with the programmable service graph where programmable contracts express the intent of the application and programmable flows instantiate those flows into any network infrastructure. Let's define a network service graph. This is a standard diagram of an application service graph. The application microservices are the nodes. They exchange data with each other. The communication flows are the edges. They have directionality. They have other attributes such as point-to-point or multi-point. And the overall graph describes the relationships and isolation of the nodes and edges to deliver and secure the application intent. Pay attention to the highlighted edge. The way you program application intent with microservice contracts is a 1, 2, 3 process. Let's start breaking down step 1. 1A, you have to define the application service relationships. We just showed the example of a graph to name those relationships. Here, I've picked one edge that I highlighted on the previous page for step 1B. What's the desired communication pattern for each? From a library of contract templates, choose a template that provides the right communication pattern. It could be point to multipoint. In this case, I've chosen a client-server template. 1C, use the application labels. Use the application's name for that edge, the news API, and the application microservice names, Getaway App and News Gateway, to take on the roles in that contract. And you've created a microservice contract. Then, as you look back at 1, 2, 3, that was step 1, program. Step 2, you deploy with the application microservices. And step 3, when it runs, it creates programmable flows that securely execute the service graph. When you scale that up across multiple clouds, you have an overall secure deployment with encrypted links, and we're only handling the packet flows to set up new forwarding behavior. As additional packets come through on a given flow, those are handled straight into the switching fabric. We hope you learn more about our service graph as you look at our demo. You can see that the Bayware service graph provides the workloads as the hexagons, and the edges are these underlined labels. Now, the workloads are also shown where they're placed in a Amazon or a private cloud, but those change, whereas the workloads and the description of the edges remain even as you move the workloads around. So the benefits are this enables dev, NetOps, and even SecOps collaboration, visibility to all the relationships. You can see which contracts are in force, and with the right authority, you can click through and inspect those contracts. For example, SecOps, InfoSec, will want to look at those contracts. You also have excellent telemetry. Every agent on each workload is a point of instrumentation. You can, for example, pinpoint application and infrastructure sources of, say, latency faults. And you have programmability. With the right authorization, when you click into a contract, you can update variables. You can even change to a different template type. So I hope you learn more about the features and benefits and the use cases of Bayware in our video series. Thank you.